If you're shopping in a Target this holiday season and it seems like an employee is being extra attentive, they're probably not flirting with you. It's a new policy. Good morning. It's the Prospector Show on Rock 107.
Now, Kate, Target has supposedly launched a 10-4 program requiring their workers to engage with customers who are within close proximity.
Thanks for coming to Target! If they are within 10 feet of a shopper and they're being told to smile at them, then get close and then make eye contact, wave, or say hello.
So if they're within 4 feet of a shopper, employees must ask if they need help finding anything, or they're directed to ask things like, how's your day going, or some similar pleasantries.
Target says heading into the holidays, we're making adjustments and implementing new ways to increase connection during the most important time of the year.
In other words, in the middle of the holiday rush, customers are less likely to be willing to cross the store multiple times looking for items or workers who seem approachable.
Other places have similar proximity rules for customers' interactions, including Walmart and Disney. So this isn't the first time a company has asked workers to carry around mental tape measures.
I kind of wish they'd continued with what happens if the proximity gets more intimate. You know what I'm saying?
Boy.
Like, okay, you have 4 feet, you got to say hi. You get within 3 feet, you look like you could use a hug. You're within 2 feet of a customer, compliment their eyes. Oh, they're so wonderful. And if you're within 1 feet of a customer, you got to ask them, are you free after I get off work?
Easy.
Rock 107.
Now it's time for Does Pennsylvania Have a Budget Yet?
No, we don't. But supposedly they're working on it. Fingers crossed.
This has been Does Pennsylvania Have a Budget Yet?
Crazy Train 715, Ozzy Osbourne, Monday morning, Northeast PA's classic rock. Looks like you might have to drive a little farther for that Baconator. It's Prospector Show on Rock 107, and Wendy's is closing a bunch of their restaurants. Hundreds of them. Apparently some are underperforming. You know what? Same here, Kate, but you don't see anybody shutting me down.
I don't think they meant it that way, Prospector.
Okay. This hits me where it hurts, though, because every October I do something pointless, but I do it every October. I buy the Wendy's Frosty key tag. You know what I'm talking about? Mm-hmm. The one where they get the Junior Frosties for a year, but every time I buy it, without fail, I never use it. Not once, ever.
Why do you even get it?
It's like hope. You know what I mean? I'm buying hope eternal. A little red thing hanging on my keys. One day, I'm going to remember, and life's going to slow down, and I'm going to quietly enjoy a really, really small Frosty. And then when he's like, no, we're closing half our stores. So my dream of quietly spooning semi-melted chocolate in a parking lot is now dead, evidently.
You could just go to another location.
I could, but I don't know if I want to drive 30 miles for a 99-cent cup of almost ice cream, you know? That's not a dessert at that point. It's like a vision quest. You pull up to a boarded-up drive-thru window. I got my key tag. Can I get my Frosty and a tetanus shot?
I feel like you're being really dramatic.
Maybe, a little bit. Wendy's is the last place that made me feel 12 years old again. And now, the only thing that I can dip my fries in is sadness. Oh. Wendy's, closing locations, but leaving you with memories and one useless plastic keychain.
So are you going to buy it next year?
Absolutely.
Remember when you bought that Wendy's Frosty key tag? Yeah, you thought, this is the year I'm going to treat myself to unlimited Junior Frosties. You didn't, because you left it in your car next to that gym membership key card and your dreams. But now, with Wendy's closing locations nationwide, your Frosty key tag just got a promotion to worthless plastic nostalgia. Introducing Frosty Coin, the first physical cryptocurrency backed entirely by disappointment. It doesn't unlock any discounts, but it does unlock memories of a time when you still believed in hope, chili, and square meat. So polish that keychain. Display it proudly, because Frosty Coin isn't just a collectible. It's a reminder that sometimes you never use it anyway. Frosty Coin. Invest in sadness. Now available nowhere.
Life's pretty tough right now. There's plenty of bad news, but it's not all bad. It's time for the brighter side of Prospector on Rock 107.
This is like winning the lotto. A man discovered a gold treasure worth $800,000 while digging a swimming pool in his backyard in France. He found 5 gold bars and many coins buried in plastic bags, and he was allowed to keep it because the cops were not able to determine that it was stolen.
Thanks. We needed that. The brighter side of Prospector on Rock 107.
Yeah, it was a big weekend for rock legends. A few surprises. Good morning. It's Prospector Show on Rock 107. The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame held its 2025 induction ceremony Saturday night. And Kate, this year's class, stacked.
It really was.
Cyndi Lauper, White Stripes, Outkast, Soundgarden, even Bad Company, all in with a couple extra curveballs, too.
Salt and Peppa went in as musical influences and used their speech to call out Universal Music over a lawsuit.
It's always nice when an acceptance speech doubles as illegal filing, though. I dig that.
Soundgarden was inducted by Jim Carrey. Yes, that Jim Carrey, who was really tight with Chris Cornell.
After the show, they handed me what is to this day one of my most prized possessions, the Fender Telecaster Chris played on the show. Signed by the whole band. Pay no attention to the burn marks on the pickguard. Someone backstage was playing with matches.
Randy Carlisle and Taylor Momsen helped the band perform. Later, Cornell's daughter Toni sang Phil on Black Days. And yes, Monson and Carey had a Grinch reunion backstage.
I forgot they were both
I saw the
in that
picture
movie.
and it's so cute.
Jack White showed up to accept for the White Stripes, while Meg continued her 15-year streak of being a rock and roll's Bigfoot sighting.
Iggy Pop did the induction, and he wore a shirt and a jacket.
Somebody's got to check on Iggy right now. That doesn't happen.
Bad Company got the nod, inducted by Mick Fleetwood.
And Paul Rogers couldn't make it, but he did send a message.
That night I went to a dance and I heard a record by Little Richard. Good golly, Mr. Miley. I thought to myself, I'm going to follow that music and find out all about it. Now I find myself being inducted into the Brotherhood and Sisterhood of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame with our band Bad Company.
So Simon Kirke from Bad Company jammed with Bryan Adams, Joe Perry, Nancy Wilson, and Chris Robinson from the Black Crowes, too.
David Letterman inducted Warren Zevon.
And Dave brought the guitar that Warren gave him right before he passed away.
The last time I saw Warren, after the show, Warren goes up to his dressing room. He's got a guitar there that he's used every time he's appeared on our show. He picks up the guitar and he puts it in the guitar case. He hands it to me and he says, "Take care of this for me." So for 22 years, I have taken care of the guitar. This is the guitar right here. Tonight it's going back to work.
And the Killers used it for Lawyers, Guns, and Money.
And the night wrapped up with Joe Cocker's posthumous induction, capped with a massive all-star jam with a little help from my friends. But you know, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame's kind of running out of steam when Iggy Pop wearing a shirt counts as the biggest shock of the night. Northeast PA's Classic Rock 107. Good morning, it's Prospector Show, and it's time to have a little fun on the phones today. We're going to be calling a pharmacy and complaining that the blood pressure machine would not let go of my arm. It's another Prospector prank call on Rock 107. Yeah, hi, Robert. My name's Rick. I was in your store, I guess it would have been about 8 o'clock last night. Were you there?
No, actually, I was not.
Okay, I wanted to talk to whoever's in charge of your blood pressure monitoring machine. I came in and it said free blood pressure. So I'm waiting for my prescription. And you have that little cuff there. I sat down, I put my arm in the cuff. And the thing really nearly took my arm off.
Well, will you describe what happened?
Yeah, here's what happened. Right about the time it starts filling up with the air, real slow. But it doesn't stop. You're like 25, 30 seconds later, it's still filling with air. And my hand's starting to get numb. So I'm like starting to pull it out. I start trying to yank it out, trying to get it out. And I'm like panicking. I'm yelling, help, help. And everybody's staring at me and looking at me. I havenven't talked to a lawyer yet, but I think you guys need to do something.
Sir, honestly, I don't know what to tell you. You're saying it's going to take your arm off. I mean, we've never had this problem before in the store, so...
Okay. So no one else has ever complained that it was going to take their arm off or get too tight, like way too tight?
No, sir. Actually, it's supposed to keep inflating until it reaches your blood pressure.
Okay, is it supposed to cut your circulation off?
Well, it's supposed to get tight, but it's not supposed to get so tight it cuts your circulation off.
Okay, well, I felt my hand was getting numb. I was like having a boa constrictor on my arm. It's not funny. I hear you laughing. It's not funny. This scared me almost to death. And you know what? I was humiliated. I mean, everybody's looking at me, and they're watching me freak out, and I'm panicking, and it's like, well, how would you like it if you had a medical device about to cut your arm off?
Look, sir, I'm extremely sorry. Maybe I can talk to my manager. He's probably more suited for this than I am.
Let me ask you something. Is the machine there right now?
It is.
Has anyone used it today?
I'm sure a few people have. I'm not really paying attention.
Okay, well, you should pay attention. So you're telling me you never had anyone freak out that this thing was going to yank their arm off, or they started to panic?
I'm sure if you would have left your arm in there, the pressure would have started to release probably a few seconds later.
Really?
To be honest, somebody just sat down right now, and
oh no! And they got up? Their arm? They're not holding their arm or anything?
They are not.
And so what you're telling me is no one ever lost their arm there, and I was freaking out for no reason?
Sir, I don't want to say that, but I'm sure that you may have panicked.
You're saying that this is 100% normal procedure?
It's a blood pressure machine. It's supposed to read your pressure.
Do you want me to come in again and put my life at risk? Is that what you're saying? I'm putting my life at risk.
Sir, you're not putting your life at risk. It's just a simple. It's just a blood pressure.
It's not a simple thing. It's not a simple thing. You're telling me that you never, ever felt like the panicking when your arm was in there. You never thought, this is it. I'm going to take my arm off. It's getting too tight. It's getting too tight.
I experienced the tightness in my arm when I use blood pressure machine. It's routine and
not routine if you think your arm's going to come off. It's not routine if you think your arm's coming off. You're screaming bloody Prospector. You know what I mean?
No, I don't, because
You never heard of screaming bloody Prospector?
I have not.
Okay, it's bloody Prospector. Bloody Prospector is when you're having a radio, you're on the radio having a prank call played on you. It's Prospector. It's a Prospector prank call.
Oh, wait a minute. I'm on the radio right now.
Yeah, you're on Rock 107 right now. It's Prospector. This is Prospector's prank call. It's not real, man.
Jeez, man.
But at some point, haven't you felt like that thing's going to clamp down and take your arm off? Like, just for a second, don't you start to panic?
Of course, at the last second, but then it just lets all the air out. You don't have to worry about it.
The biohazard warning on the door.
Yeah, Lee Park Elementary in Hanover area had to close because they found mold in the air.
Mold in the air, Kate. Like the whole school's turning into a petri dish. I saw the headline and I'm like, oh, Wilkes-Barre finally got its first rainforest. Fantastic.
It all started when a pipe burst last month and they found spores during the air test.
Yeah, spores. Never good. And that's really the kind of word that should only appear in a zombie movie or on the back of maybe a Lysol can, you know? Now the kids are going to virtual classes again because apparently somehow Hanover area went, you know what people miss? 2020. That's what they miss.
You really, really got to feel for the teachers, too.
100%, man. They go from managing a room full of hyper 8-year-olds to trying to teach them on Zoom when black mold fungus is growing behind them. All right, class, today's spelling words are fungus, mildew, and lawsuit.
Leave them alone.
When I was in school, we didn't close for mold. We just called it texture, okay?
No.
That's what happened. You'd see some growing on the ceiling tile, and the teacher would be like, don't touch that. It's been here since Nixon.
That's vile.
I'm just saying. The janitor back then wasn't doing air tests. He had a mop, he had a smoke in his mouth, and a look that said, you're lucky we got heat, kids, so shut your mouth. Now they're doing air quality assessments. And actually, it's a good thing, but if they had tested the air in my 6th grade classroom, they would have had to evacuate half of Luzerne County.
All right. At least they're hoping to reopen midweek.
Right. We'll reopen once the spores calm down. That's reassuring. Nothing says safe learning environment like when the fungus is finished with its coffee break, we'll get back to work. Lee Park Elementary, now offering cutting-edge biology lessons with every breath.
You're horrific.
I'm terrible. I'm horrific. I'm terrible. I'm the worst. Tell that to the parents who just found out their kid's classroom has got the same humidity level as a swamp in August. At this point, Hanover should just change the mascot from a lion to a mushroom and embrace it.
Go fighting fun guy.
Yeah, exactly. Go spore some points.
Ladies and gentlemen, grab the kids, call your neighbors, and gather around the radio.
It's now time to announce the winner of Prospector's Jam Bag of the Day, as decided by you at rock107.com.
We uncover the most baffling, ridiculous, pathetic, cockeyed, laughable, preposterous blunders in the world of misdeeds.
Nominee number 1.
We've all been in a situation where we really needed to use the restroom, but someone else is really taking their time in there. In public, it's even more frustrating because there's really not much you can do other than knock if you're brave or maybe threaten them. A man in Florida named Alfredo Brindis stormed into the restroom at a Publix grocery store, saw someone using the stall, and began to bang on the stall door, demanding he come out. The guy did come out, but he wasn't doing it fast enough, and Alfredo was not messing around. He pulled a knife and waved it at him aggressively. The victim ran out, flagged down a cop. The officer confronted Alfredo, who admitted that he really needed to use the restroom, and the victim did not move out of his way, so he took out a knife. No one was hurt, but Alfredo was charged with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon.
Nominee number 2.
This is like going to an IKEA to steal TVs, computers, and appliances from the showroom and not realizing they're just using fake props. Police in Northern California are investigating an armed robbery at a U.S. bank this week around 4 in the afternoon. There were 5 thieves, so it sounds like an orchestrated operation, but there's a difference between orchestrated and sophisticated. Get this. The bank is cashless, so it's unclear if the thieves managed to actually steal anything or what there was to steal. If you're unfamiliar, cashless banks have tellers and bankers, and they handle account transfers and other financial products, but they do not carry cash or deposits or withdrawals. No one was hurt. The robbers drove off in a relatively new Honda CR-V, and as far as I know, are still on the loose.
And the winner is...
the 5 thieves who robbed a cashless bank. Hey, the good news is you didn't have a lot of bags to carry out. You're the Yam Bags of the Day, and we'll move on to Friday's Yam Bag of the Week competition. Keep it here for all the nominees for Prospector's Yam Bag of the Day, weekday mornings on Rock 107. Thanks for listening to Prospector's Prime Cuts podcast. Be sure to catch us live weekdays from 5:30 to 10 a.m. on Rock 107 or online at rock107.com or the Rock 107 app, a free download for your Android or iPhone. Subscribe to the podcast on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher Radio, or wherever you get your podcasts so you never miss Prospector's Prime Cuts.